How much will it cost to make the United States of America carbon neutral by 2050?
I don't know, sir.
So you're advocating we do these things, but you don't know the ultimate cost?
Yes, absolutely.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm diving into a heated Senate hearing where Senator John Kennedy grilled climate experts Dr. Robert Litterman and Dr. Douglas Holtz-Eakin on the costs and effectiveness of making the U.S. carbon neutral by 2050. The big question, if we spend $50 trillion, will it actually lower global temperatures? You won't believe the answers. Stick around, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. Senator Kennedy began by asking the two experts how long they've been studying climate change. Dr. Litterman, about 15 years. Dr. Holtz-Eakin, 25 years.
Dr. Litterman, how long have you been studying climate change and possible solutions?
Studying, well, I was the head of risk management at Goldman Sachs. I didn't worry too much about
Tell me
climate
the
change
number
at that
of years,
time.
if you would, Doctor.
How many years? Let's say 15.
All right, how about you, Dr. Holtz-Eakin?
About 25.
That's decades of research, right? So you'd think they'd have solid numbers on what it would cost to make the U.S. carbon neutral. Well, Kennedy then drops the big question. Dr. Holtz-Eakin gives a shocking estimate. $50 trillion. Yes, trillion with a T.
If we spend $50 trillion to make the United States of America carbon neutral by 2050, how much will that lower world temperatures?
I can't answer that because we don't know what China and India and the rest of the globe has done.
Okay. Have you heard anybody from the Biden administration say how much it will lower world temperatures?
No.
Does anybody know how much it will lower world temperatures? No?
No one can know for sure.
But here's where things get interesting. If we actually spend this $50 trillion, how much will it lower global temperatures? Surely for that price tag, we'd see a significant change, right? The response? Neither expert could say for sure. They admit it depends on other countries, especially China and India. In fact, they say no one can predict how much of a temperature drop we'd actually get. Let that sink in. Our country could spend trillions and still not know the outcome. By the way, if you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to smash that button. It helps the channel grow and keeps you updated on all the latest political showdowns.
We spend $50 trillion. Europe cooperates. Most Western democracies cooperate, but India and China don't. How much will our $50 trillion lower world temperature?
We're in this together. Senator, we have to get the world to work together.
How much? I get that.
Okay.
How much will it lower world temperatures?
If China and India do not help?
Yes.
I don't know.
Now Kennedy turns the heat up even more. He asks if China and India don't participate, how much would our $50 trillion investment actually impact world temperatures? Again, no clear answer. Dr. Litterman insists that the world must work together, but Kennedy isn't buying it. He asks point blank. Litterman dodges, saying China already has a carbon tax. But let's be real.
Based on your observation of Mr. Xi Jinping, that Mr. Xi Jinping will ever do anything that is inconsistent with China's best interests in the name of global climate change?
I understand that China has a federal carbon tax.
Okay. Yeah, but faced with a policy, okay, where China does something that's not in its best interest, but it does it because it's in the global best interest. Do you think President Xi would do that?
I think that President Xi understands that we have to work together to address this global problem. Yes, I do.
Do we actually believe China will sacrifice economic growth for the greater good? That's when Kennedy drops one of the most memorable lines of the hearing. Kennedy, with his signature wit, fires off. Of course, the answer to all is, but the point is clear. Kennedy is skeptical that China will ever act against its own interests in the name of global climate cooperation, and if China and India don't play ball, what does that mean for our massive $50 trillion investment? Are we throwing money into the wind? So, what did we learn today? We learned that the cost of carbon neutrality is sky high, possibly $50 trillion. We also learned that even top climate experts can't say how much global temperatures will actually drop if we spend that money. And finally, we saw a sharp debate on whether countries like China and India will truly commit to change. What do you think? Should the US invest trillions into carbon neutrality without guarantees? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and I've got plenty more political breakdowns coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.